we have here on the left hand side Hoover's Dam with 4 intake towers. What happens, the water, this is the intake water. The water comes here, there is a tube on this side and another tube on that side. So the tube goes behind on the side of the dam on this side, and that tube goes on the side of the dam on this side. Each one of these tubes supply one of these towers. So the water goes here, the water goes here. That is from the intake or the inlet. And that is the outlet. The outlet, the tubes go in this direction, and if there is a spill, you can release the water to the river, to the Colorado River at the outlet in this direction. So the water comes from the side of the dam and tubes under these rocks in that direction. Where are the generators? The generators in this building. That is one generator here, another generator, another generator, another generator. This is Hoover's Dam, by the way. So the generators are on the side of the dam. And those are the electric outlet comes from this way. If you look at here, that is one wire here, another wire here, another wire here, and so on. So the generators are on the side of on the banks of the river as the outlet. If you look at the other side of Glen Dam, this is the dam. The generators are across the river, not on the side of the river. Those are the generators. And the electric outlets are across the river. Those are the electric outlets. The wires, the high tension wires, are coming from across the river, not from the side of the river. That is the big difference between Glen Dam and Hoover's Dam. Of course, there is a big advantage in Hoover's Dam is that the body of the dam is not penetrated with the inlets or the tubes of the water. So the body of the dam is very solid. And all the piping and the channels and the tunnels are on the side of the dam. That is Hoover's Dam. In the case of Glen Canyon Dam, these are the ports, the inlet ports or the intake ports. And here is like a winch drives on these rails, and they can open each one of these ports by a winch that goes vertically. Of course, the disadvantage of this design is that the body of the dam itself has tunnels under it that weakens the body. Of course, the similarity between the two dams is the curvature. At the intake, the body of the dam is curved that way, so when the water flows in this direction, the water pressure creates forces, and that not along the river with oblique angle, so the dam doesn't go adrift if the water pressure is too high. The same situation with Glen Canyon Dam. It is curved this way, so and the water pressure on that, when the water pressure will create forces in that direction, not in the other way around. If the dam was curved, in the opposite curvature this way, the water would press against the dam in all directions, and it can move. The dam can go adrift if the water pressure is too high. In this case, if the water pressure is too high, the dam can leak that force to the side. So one component goes this direction, and the one component go in that direction, and the other component will become perpendicular. So that these two forces will push the dam against the walls instead of pushing the dam away from the walls. Those are the two different. Those are the differences between the Glen Dam and the Hoover Dam. Of course, the heights and the kind of rocks almost similar rocks, except that Hoover Dam has enormous rock structures on its bank. Look at how high are those structures at Hoover Dam. The banks are enormously high compared to Glen Canyon Dam. Glen Canyon Dam, the rocks are softer and lower than the case of Hoover Dam. Of course, the elevation of the bridge, in the case of Hoover Dam, that bridge is Highway US 93 between Phoenix and Arizona. In the Glen Dam, that bridge, you see the shadow of the bridge over the Colorado River. That bridge is for the US 89 between Flagstaff and Kanab. Another difference is that US 93 is extremely wide. I think it's about 4 lanes, 2 in each direction. In the case of Glen Canyon, the bridge is only 2 lanes, 1 for each direction. The speed limit, that's very interesting. The speed limit on the Glen Canyon at Route 89 is only 25 miles per hour. That's 25 miles per hour. In the case of 93 on the Hoover Dam, the speed limit is 65 miles per hour, and the bridge is very, very sturdy, very strong. It can take a lot of weight, a lot of speed. That bridge can take a lot of speed, a lot of force, and a lot of load. Of course, both dams are on the Colorado River. Glen Canyon Dam is at the border between Utah and Arizona. Hoover's Dam is at the border between Nevada and Arizona, about 40 or 36 miles from Las Vegas. Glen Canyon Dam is about 3 miles from Beige City, and it is not close to anything bigger. Beige City is very small. Of course, the Glen Canyon Dam is north to the Grand Canyon. Hoover's Dam is south to the Grand Canyon.